Hi, my name is Allison Thompson, and the book I've chosen to review is The Velveteen Rabbit. It's written by Marjorie Williams, and it is what I could find classic literature. This book is timeless. It's been done a million different ways. The version I have is the classic version, and at first I had thought it might be a picture book, because I have seen The Velveteen Rabbit done as a picture book, but I'm choosing to go with classic literature. There are wonderful pictures in this book, but they're not on every page, which takes it from being classic literature. And here are some of the wonderful pictures that fill this book up. My dog is going crazy in the background. Sorry. Here's another picture. So this book is about a little velveteen rabbit that was sewn and stuffed in a little boy's stocking for Christmas. And the boy plays with it the first morning and then kind of forgets about it due to all the other more mechanically fun, modern toys. And he kind of gets stuck on a shelf and kind of forgotten about. And he gets to know the other toys in the room, and the wisest and oldest is an old skin rocking horse. And this belonged to the boy's uncle, and he is very wise, and he tells the little Velveteen Rabbit about the magic of becoming a real toy. And you become real when you are loved enough. And it doesn't happen to the mechanical toys because they can't be held and they break down and rust. But he didn't really think there was any chance that that would happen to him. But one night the little boy can't find the toy he wants to sleep with, and his Nana gives him the old Velveteen Rabbit. And the boy starts to become attached to the rabbit. And as he is played with and held, he becomes shabbier and shabbier, but he has so much fun and he starts to become real. And I want to read you a portion of the book that talks about becoming real. "What is real?" asked the rabbit one day when they were lying side by side near the nursery fender before Nana came to tidy the room. "Does it mean having things that buzz inside you and stick out, handle?" "Real isn't how you are made," said the skin horse. "It's a thing that happens to you when a child loves you for a long, long time. Not just to play with, but really loves you. Then you become real." "Does it hurt?" said the rabbit. "Sometimes," said the skin horse, for he was always truthful. "When you are real, you don't mind being hurt." "Does it happen all at once, like being wound up?" he asked, "or bit by bit?" "It doesn't happen all at once," said the skin horse. "You become. It takes a long time. That's why it doesn't often happen to people who break easily, or have sharp edges, or who have to be carefully kept. Generally, by the time you are real, most of your hair has been loved off, and your eyes drop out, and you get loose in the joints and very shabby. But these things don't matter at all, because once you are real, you can't be ugly, except to people who don't understand." I love this little part, and I love kind of the deeper message of it about becoming real. It doesn't happen to people that break easily or have sharp edges. And I think that can apply to all of us. So as the story goes on, the little boy becomes sick with scarlet fever, and the rabbit sits with him and helps him to recover. The doctor orders, as the little boy gets better, for him to go to the seaside, and everything in that room has to become disinfected. And that means all the books and toys that he had with him have to be burnt, including the Velveteen Rabbit. So the rabbit is put in a sack in the garden overnight before he's going to be burned with the other toys. And the rabbit reflects on
his life with the little boy and is very satisfied. So the toy rabbit cries a real teardrop, and a marvelous flower appears. A fairy steps out of the flower and tells the rabbit that the nursery magic has become real for him, and he is then turned into a real rabbit, and that is the real. And so the fairy takes him to the forest and puts him in with the other rabbits, and he gives the little Velveteen Rabbit a kiss, and the Velveteen Rabbit is overjoyed to become not only real to the little boy, but real to himself. And so I think it's a very dear story, and I've loved reading it over the years, and I love reading it with my children. And I think it teaches a very sweet and valuable lesson. And I hope you'll take the time to read The Velveteen Rabbit if you haven't yet. And it's great. Thanks.